not to lose him, Hendricks. You have to interface. Pull whatever data you can from his DNI.
You know it'll fry his goddamn brain.
I know.
I don't think you do. This is someone I know. Someone I fought alongside. You shouldn't go out like this.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, Hendricks. I can see it. The frozen forest.
Fuck! Kane, did you get that?
Get what? What did you see, Hendricks?
Call of Duty
Did you
Black
get
Ops is the
anything?
biggest action series of all time. It is an entertainment
Hendricks.
experience that will take you to conflict across the globe,
Taylor's looking
as
for two
elite Black
survivors
Ops
of
forces
coalescence
fight in the
disaster.
deniable operation and
He's already
secret
left
wars that occur under the veil
How
of
the
the
hell
Cold
did he
War.
get transported?
You don't betray your country without making new friends.
Shit. We have
Expanding on the
incoming
series'
topside.
ultimate multiplayer experience,
It's the Immortals.
Call of Duty Black Ops takes competitive play to new heights.
Overwatch drones
Expect the
full
fast-paced,
ground around you.
action-packed combat you love with more features than ever. The hallmark intensity of the Call of Duty returns with an epic single-player campaign that takes players deep behind enemy lines, as a Black Ops soldier engaging in covert warfare, classified operations, and explosive conflicts across the globe.
Just a few more seconds.
The fan favorite co-op mode, made famous in Call of Duty World at War, is back at you, and up to 3 friends use a multitude weapons to fend off endless wave of blood-thirsty zombies. Fight to survive in one of the most thrilling and critically acclaimed co-op experience in the game.
What now, Kane?
Above you, marking your HUD, Hendricks.
Call of Duty Black Ops is a first-person shooter video game developed by Treyarch and published by Activision. It was released worldwide on November 2010 and on 2012 for OS X. It is the 7th title in the Call of Duty series and the third to be developed by Treyarch.
Messing with my connection.
It serves as the sequel to Call of Duty World at War.
Your O2 level's critical. We gotta break to the surface. Go!
Set in 1960s during the Cold War, the game's campaign follows CIA operative Alex Mason as he attempts to recall certain memories in combat in order to locate a number station, which is due to transmit broadcast to sleeper agents who are bound to use chemical weapons across the United States.
Overwatch drones
Mason and
confirmed.
CIA operative Jason
Immortals are
Hudson are the
already
game's
underway.
main playable
Taylor,
characters,
stop them.
as well as Red
We need to
Army
get out of
soldier
Singapore.
Viktor Reznov in only one mission.
Kill some bad guys.
Locations featured in this
Like the old
game
days.
include Cuba, Russia,
Like the old
United
days.
States, Kazakhstan, Hong Kong, Laos, Vietnam, and the Arctic Circle.
It ain't over yet.
The multiplayer of Black Ops feature multiple objective-based game modes that are playable on 14 different maps included within the game. Improvements to loadout option and kill streak rewards are made.
You know,
A form of
by the
virtual
time we're done
currency,
saving
COD
Kane's
points,
ass,
allow
Taylor
players
and
to
the others will be
purchase
long
weapons
gone.
and customization
This is what
options
happens, Hendricks. We
for
get
their
Kane,
in-game
then we
characters,
find Taylor.
as well as
We don't need one
attachment
of our
and
own.
customization option for their
Are you
weapon.
sure Kane's one of ours?
Front, the CIA conducted illegal
human experiments. Experiments that would one day blow up in their face, leaving hundreds of thousands dead and even more left to suffer in the aftermath. Ask yourself, who's the bad guy in this situation? The people who survived a catastrophic event right on their doorstep? The fucking suits and yes men who covered it up. The Immortals built a society.
Development for the game began in 2009. It runs an enhanced version of the engine that is used in Treyarch's title World at War. The improvement made allowed for bigger campaign levels to be made as well as enhanced lighting.
How the hell did Taylor manage to
Treyarch focused specifically on Black Ops during development. They were developing two games at once while making World at War. Different teams within the games focused on a certain game mode. Music was composed by Sean Murray, with music by the Rolling Stones, Creedence, Clearwater Revival, Eminem, and Avenged Sevenfold appearing in the game. Marketing of the game began in April 2010. Multiple trailers promoting the game and its modes were released from May until October. The game received generally positive reviews from critics.
It's like an Immortals
Within
convention down
24
there.
hours of going on sale, the game had sold more
I'll
than
cover you
5
from above.
million copies, 4 million in the US and 1 million in the UK, breaking the record set by its predecessor, Modern Warfare 2. After 6 weeks on release, Activision reported that Black Ops has succeeded 1 billion in sales. A sequel, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, was released on November 2012. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was released on November 2015. As the sequel to Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is actually scheduled to be released worldwide on October 12, 2018 as the sequel to Black Ops 3.
He contacted you?
Talking about the gameplay,
What did he say?
Black Ops is a first-person shooter, retaining the same gameplay mechanic as previous Call of Duty titles. The player assumes the role of foot soldier who can wield various firearms, only 2 of which can be carried at once, throw grenades and other explosives, and use other equipments as weapons. A player that close enough to an enemy can kill with one knife blow. A character can take 3 stances: standing, crouching, or prone. It affects rate of movement, accuracy, and stealth. The player can drop to the prone stance from the standing stance while running, and can momentarily sprint before having to stop. The screen glows red to indicate damage to a player's health, which regenerates over time. When a character is within the blast radius of a live grenade, an on-screen marker indicates where it is in relation to the player, helping the players to move away or to throw it back. Among the weapons new to the series in Black Ops are crossbows with bolts and explosive ammunition, Dragon's Breath round, and ballistic knives.
Okay, now what?
The player assumes the role of various characters during the single-player campaign, changing perspective throughout the story. The playable characters are Special Forces operative, conducting black operation behind enemy lines.
I guess the mission's over.
Find us transport for extraction, Hendrix.
Wait, you're kidding me, right?
In this way,
She's toast.
the player's character have their own traits, such as voices and shadows.
Do you hear me?
Each mission features a series of objectives that are displayed on the heads-up display, which marks the direction and distance towards and from such objective, as it has been in the earlier version. The player is accompanied by friendly troops throughout the game. Also primarily a first-person shooter, certain levels feature sequences where the players pilots a hint helicopter and guides friendly troops from SR-71 Blackbird reconnaissance aircraft. The campaign features several scripted cinematic moments. One of them is a ballad time effect during the Victor Charlie level, activated when the player fires toward the last enemy of Viet Cong squad. As a first in the Call of Duty main series, players' characters can now speak during gameplay, whereas in the previous installments, primarily those made by Infinity Ward, characters would be silent during gameplay, even if they could speak during cutscenes.
Is that a baby? Paul? What did you do to me? You hear me? Just can you hear me? Can you hear me?
The online multiplayer mode of Black Ops usually revolves around two teams on a specific mission. For example, in Team Deathmatch, the team with the most kills win, while in the capture of the flag, players take the other team's flags and return it to their own base. Additionally, there is a free-for-all in which players are separated into teams, not including the downloadable maps. There are 14 different maps. Black Ops retained the experience point and unlockable reward system that has been kept since Call of Duty 4. The game's multiplayer has been focused on socialization and customization. Create a Class 2.0 allows enhanced personalization with appearance item as well as upgradable perks. Weapons are extensively customizable with writing, emblems, attachment, and camouflage painting. Even reticles can be modified. There are more than one style for an attachment, which allows for a lot more personalized weaponry. For example, the players can choose between a red dot sight or a reflect sight, both of which share many of the same traits, although the red dot fills up less of the screen. Character models depends on the first tier perk instead of the weapon type. Furthermore, face paints can be unlocked. New custom kill streak rewards include explosive RC cars, guided missiles, and controllable attack helicopters.
Sarah, can you hear me? I know what this is. This is a stone. I studied it at the academy. I cited it in my final papers as one of the greatest examples of courage and bravery in military history. One of those battles that show you what you're really made of, who you really are. I used to dream.
A currency system has been implemented, allowing players to buy weapons, accessories, and clothes. Players can gamble with their COD points in a free-for-all based playlist called Wager Match, which is composed of 4 game modes. Time-limited objective known as contracts can be purchased to gain more currency and experience points. The progression system is not featured in local split-screen multiplayer. In the local split-screen play, all character customization options are already unlocked. Player can no longer define game rules such as win condition.
We should have known why we were called to base. We couldn't be trusted. They couldn't take the risk. What's so significant about this battle? Why did you dream about it? I did details.
Players can play alone or with friends against AI opponents in combat training with a spirit progression system. Aside from the combat training modes, Expo user can now have up to 4 players in split screen mode, play against AI opponents even without an Xbox Live account. This is done by configuring the local split screen setting and setting the number of enemies of value greater than 0. For the first time in the series, clips from online gameplay can be recorded. Some specific features that had been removed from PC version of Infinity Ward's Modern Warfare 2 return, such as lean mode tools, the developer's console and dedicated server. Dedicated servers are exclusively provided by game servers. Steam is the exclusive platform for Black Ops on PC, and the game is protected by Valve Anti-Cheat. The Wii version of the game included in-game voice chat. This is the first Call of Duty title to include the voice chat feature for the Wii. Nintendo and PDP have partnered to release the first headset to be used with the Wii, known as PDP's Headbanger headset. A zombie operation mode. Tilt a Zombie is included in the game. Originally featured in World at War, it was revamped to be included in Black Ops. It is a 4-player online and 2-player split-screen co-op mode. Based on the original game, in the map 5 players take the roles of John F. Kennedy, Richard Nixon, Robert McNamara, and Fidel Castro as they fight zombies at the Pentagon. Another mode called Kino der Toten feature the characters from the War at War, Edward, Richmond, and German. Limited edition of the game offers graphically enhanced version of the 4 zombies map from World at War, featuring the newer weapons from the rest of the game. There is an unlockable top-down to stick arcade shooter version of zombies known as Dead Ops Arcade. The Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is a first-person shooter video game developed by Treyarch and published by Activision. It is the 12th entry in the Call of Duty series and the sequel of 2012 video game Call of Duty Black Ops 2. A feature-limited version developed by Binox and mercenary technology that only supports multiplayer mode that was released on PS3 and Xbox 360, and was also the final Call of Duty title released on this platform. Black Ops 3 takes place in 2065, 40 years after the events of Black Ops 2.
his way out of there, no problem. Why doesn't he? Let's play.
The fuck? Can he?
Similar to its predecessor, the story follows a group of Black Ops soldiers. The game's campaign is designed to support 4 players cooperative gameplay, allowing for bigger, more open level design and less corridor shooting. As the player character is cybernetically enhanced, players have access to various special activities. The game also features a standalone zombie mode and a nightmare mode which replaces all enemies as zombies. Announced on April 26, 2015, the game is the first Call of Duty video game release after Activision parted with Microsoft Studios and partnered with Sony Computer Entertainment, which secured the time exclusively of the game's downloadable content. Upon release, the game received generally positive reviews from critics, albeit slightly lower than the previous 2 games in the sub-series, with critics praising the gameplay, zombie mode and content. However, it was criticized for its story, absence of fan-favorite story mode characters, and its lack of innovation. The 7th generation console version in particular were criticized for the lack of a campaign and numerous features, as well as it being online only. Well, it was a commercial success, with it becoming the top-selling retail game in the US in 2015.
It's over. Come on, man. You know me.
And one of the most successful titles released for the 8th generation of video game consoles. A sequel, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, will be released on October 2018.
I'm still here. What about Taylor?
The story of Black Ops 3 starts on October 2065. The Winslow Accord initiate a successful mission in Ethiopia to rescue hostages from the tyrannical Nile River Coalition. However, the player is critically wounded by a combat robot rescued by Taylor. The player undergoes cybernetic surgery to save their life, being installed with a direct neural interface and receiving virtual training from Taylor and his team during surgery. Hendricks also undergoes surgery.
CIA operation worldwide.
After 5 years of wet work, the player and Hendricks are put under the command of Rachel Kane and tasked with investigating a CIA black site in Singapore that has gone quiet. They find that the site attacked by the 54 Immortals and the site's data stolen. Kane concludes that Taylor and his team defected and murdered the staff. The player and Hendrix then disguise themselves as arm dealers and meet up with the 54 Immortals. The mission goes awry when their cover is blown, causing the death of one of the 54 leaders, Gomin. They manage to recover data regarding Taylor's last location, a facility of the Queensland Corporation in Singapore. The players and Hendrix travel to the facility and discover a hidden CIA research laboratory. The pair find Diaz leaking CIA information and are forced to kill him. Interfacing with Diaz's DNA, Hendrik discovers Taylor is trying to find the survivor of the explosion, Sebastian Kruger and daughter Yusuf Salim. The leak information allows the Immortal to capture Kane. The player disobeys Kane's order to leave and rescue her by killing Immortal's other leader, Gomin's sister, Xiulan. The trio then head to Egypt and find Salim, who reveals that he performed secret DNA experiments involving converting humans via a calming exercise involving imagining a frozen forest.
I'm sending local armories your way. The Canadians must level the playing field. Get that minigun to the local armory.
Yeah. Do you know what's happening to you?
Salim is then interrogated and executed by Taylor. The player, Hendrix and Kane pursue Taylor with assistance from the Egyptian army. After killing Hall, the players connect to her DNA and encounter Corvus, a Gestalt intelligence created during the experiments to monitor thoughts of DNA users, which malfunction, causing the explosion, infecting Taylor and his team. Corvus made them obsessed with finding the forest, with player and Hendrix also becoming infected after interacting with Hall and Diaz. After killing Mariti, the pair track down Taylor in Cairo. After warning the player, Taylor managed to resist Corvus and tear his DNA out, sparing the player. However, Hendrix then succumbs to Corvus and kills Taylor before abandoning the player, leaving for Zurich and find Kruger. The player races to Zurich with Kane to stop him. Looking at the game itself, from its 4-player co-op campaign to the brand new power and a flash-out zombie mode, Black Ops 3 meaningfully pushed the Call of Duty series forward on several fronts. Even where it doesn't innovate, it still meets the high bar Call of Duty fans should expect. Black Ops 3 isn't the best Call of Duty game ever, but it's the biggest and the most feature-packed game we've ever seen out of the series yet.